And with that, we should be live. So, greetings and welcome. I am Joffrey. 2.5 hours early this time. So Matt and mm, other assorted haters can't come in here and say that Joffrey's late because he is not. He is early, and you will never get. Oh, shut face! I say greetings and welcome all the time. It is a it is my thing. Yes. Alright. So today, yes you are. You brought me lasagna. But we are discussing, oh, they have a cactus thing? What is that? A cactus totem pole thing? I don't know. But on the county of Tenochtitlan, their flag. But today we're discussing the Aztecs. Hopefully it includes more than just the Aztec. Oh my god, Evie's already here. How did... I was just discussing earlier today how my coworkers, whenever there's a shift posted of like, hey, do you want to take this shift? Like, oh, the shift here is available at this time. Within 3 seconds, someone will respond, so I never get to take them. It's very sad. But, yes, the rare reappearance. Yes, Evie's never here now. Oh, no. I'd say if any, or unless you're referring to me, because it is a rare reappearance of me. It's been like 4 weeks since we were doing these, but now we're getting back into. Oh my god, this Tenoch man looks very. He looks like he's on something. I'm not sure what. Maybe he's had a little too much cocoa with spice. Like you're not even looking at the screen.
Yeah, it's like you.
I don't have hair. For the past 2 centuries, groups of Nahua people descended from the Chichimec migrated into central Mexico from their legendary ancestral home known as Aztlan. Our people were one of those wandering groups. As with many other Nahua nations, we settled our own Altepetl. It was named Tenochtitlan, and we built it over an artificial island in the heart of Lake Texcoco. Our most prominent figures were also influenced by the Toltec culture, Toltec culture, and we started to develop a refined civilization in the lagoon. We could also come to be recognized as prime fighters by our neighbors, as our equally refined warring skills make the Aztec armies a force to be feared. However, we currently stand as a vassal of the Altepetl of Tapenacan. Yeah. Our expansion possibilities are limited to the proximities of the lagoon we inhabit. Only an intelligent leader can lead us in our journey to subdue the Valley of Mexico and beyond. Oh, you were making a joke about being on vacation because you weren't around. But yes, it was me who was on vacation. It was on, not real vacation. It's girlfriend vacation. She's over that way. Her hand is now on the screen. Yeah, it's not real vacation. It's just enforced vacation where she forces me to like watch Shameless with her, which is a very good show. And sometimes it's me forcing her to watch it with me. But now we're done.
I draw your characters. Be nice to me.
You draw what?
Joffrey, it's okay. We can all see the gun to the back of your head. We understand.
Oh, good. You can see the gun. You know that I'm under duress. Help. Okay.
You cried for help, but no one came.
When are you playing Deltarune? Today, some point? Maybe. She doesn't know anything about it. She doesn't know anything about Deltarune, guys. It's crazy.
I know that Chorio's a piece of little freaking bitch.
Well, yeah. But she's an Asgore stan, so, you know, that's what it is. An Asgore apologist, one might say.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have to apologize because they did nothing wrong.
There's 98,000 people just on Lake Texcoco at Game Start. That is a lot of people crammed into such a small place.
It is supposed to be one of the most populated cities in the region.
Okay, you know,
Like, Tenochtitlan, I think, rival like European cities at its height.
I assume it was at its height, like just before before the Spanish uh, showed up and everyone died of the sick.
Yeah.
Average colonization.
Yes, literally. I assume it happened to the Australians as well, but I don't know.
It did.
Australians also did. Jeez, how are there any Australian natives left? There's like no one that lived there. That's crazy.
So I'm looking it up right now. Apparently, pre 1521, they had 200,000 plus people living in Tenochtitlan.
How many? Sorry, what? How many?
Over 200,000 people live there apparently at its height.
Whoo! It ain't Paris, but that's a lot of people for a fucking lake. Now let's see these pop numbers from the Tinto maps. I love looking at the raw goods map. It's all corn around Lake Texcoco. Maize, cotton, even fish. Damn. In Florida with your family, then you'll be going to Tennessee in October. Oh yes, of course. It's the divorced family special. You get twice as many vacations and Christmases. You know, it's great.
Holy shit. So, for comparison, Joffrey, I'm reading this now. Compared to the cities of Europe, only Paris, Venice, and Constantinople might have rivaled it. It was 5 times the size of London of Henry VIII. In a letter to the Spanish king, Cortez wrote that Tenochtitlan was as large as Seville or Cordoba. Cortez's men were in awe at the sight of the splendid city, and many wondered if they were dreaming.
Yeah, fair. I mean, many of them wouldn't have seen cities that size. Yeah. 98. So they've changed it. It looks like they've made it even larger than it was when they did the first pass, because there was 52K at game start. I think. Oh wait, no, it's the one to the left. I think. I don't remember which one it is, but in any case, they've pumped up the numbers quite significantly. And this, they are a vassal of someone. Look forward to seeing the map of this. Ooh, gosh, the EU5's map looks so good, even in unfinished areas like this. Oh, I can't wait to start painting stuff in EU5. I can't get my hands on that map. I gotta paint.
Mouse, paint.
What? Paint?
Everything, please.
Wait, can I see your shirt? What the hell is that?
No, you can ask me my shirt.
I don't know what I'm doing. It's actually good. It's Mudang the hippo. It's good. It's good. Notice reconfigure the country selection panel a bit so you have a tab called content where we group the unique features and content available to each country. Country bonuses, the culture, the religion, the government type, and settled country. That's really good. I love this, but I'm curious how you like when it comes to modding stuff, when it comes to making a mod, how much of this am I going to need to do? how much of this am I going to need to every time you make a country be like, add it to the list.
Slave labor.
Good evening. What time is it in Germany then? If you're saying it's good evening. The Germany time.
Yeah, you can just ask
10:30 p.m.
That's not even, that's night.
Yeah, well, you know, since 22 o'clock. Whoa, Eric is the #1. What a stupid system. This YouTube has implemented this top fan system. So why is it even like Evie has said more things. So why is Eric the top fan? I don't understand. This is weird.
Apparently, in order to make it the top 50, I've got to buy a super chat because I don't have any XP.
Would you rather I watch your stream on the TV while you're right there?
No, I'm just wondering why my TV is making like a Geiger counter sound.
It's making sound.
Take your headphones off. Why the fuck is my TV making Geiger counter noises?
When did YouTube add this top fan thing? I don't understand.
Like a week go. It's still doing
Bruh.
that. Where's it coming from?
Turn it off. See if it turns off.
It is coming from the TV itself.
Huh.
This TV is so shite. Oh my gosh, Nev has more XP now. Oh. Why is it insisting on making this sound right now? I'm gonna scream.
This is such a dumb thing. We both have the same XP. What is this?
You didn't turn it off. You said you're gonna turn it off, but you didn't turn it off. You're doing it. It's still making the noises by being on. So I guess just leave it off unless you're actually gonna be making sound come out of it, because that is like I could not tolerate that. I mean, maybe if I put my headphones on, but that is bad. You just like listen to YouTube on like your phone or something while you paint.
I don't have a headphone jack.
You don't have a fucking headphone jack? Stupid modern phones. Take my phone. Alright. Let's get.
I don't know your pen.
How have you forgotten it already?
Yes.
Sorry, y'all, for the distraction. She is a very demanding individual. They passed a bill that legally bars me from specifically from being the top chatter. Yeah, they did. You are like not even a third-class citizen.
But you know what this means, right, Joffrey? I have now surpassed Dark as the #1 partner Joffrey fan. I am officially the #1 fan of Joffrey, according to YouTube.
What a stupid, what a stupid system. Why do you have a certain amount of? Why do you both have 75 XP? What do you get?
I don't know.
You can't deny the truth. I can still, inside my skull, hear the sound of my TV making that Geiger counter noise, so I keep looking at it being like, is it there? No, it's just in my head. It's just one of the many voices. What are you doing?
Oh, I don't have to do YouTube.
You're trying to add an account to YouTube?
Yeah, try
Straight
my
up,
account
okay.
so I don't fuck up your YouTube.
She's secretly trying to, like... No!
It is so over. I spent 20 euros on that.
Why did you send us 20 euro super chat?
You want to be that important?
Oh my
Easy way to win.
Easy.
Hundreds more in reserve.
No,
We're gonna start the bidding wars.
See, the euro is worth like 15 million Canadian dollars, so that's like $100 Canadian. Trust.
I didn't think he'd actually do that. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you for the super chat, Eric. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Don't people aren't you supposed to let me tell me to do something crazy? Isn't that how this works?
Break up with me.
Yeah.
Well, Joffrey, now you've got to give him a special role in the server. That's #1 partner Joffrey fan.
See, I need to make a role on the Discord server for the people that who spend a certain amount of super chats. or a channel member, where they get the fake one role, which is the same as a real one, except everyone knows that you're a fake one, and that you
I
pay
will
to win.
strangle you.
No, Joffrey. The difference is you would encourage competition by having one role for #1 partner Joffrey fan. So if you donate more than Eric, you get the role instead.
You're so silent and the other one is so loud. Wait, Nemcraft sounds louder than me? Nemcraft, try speaking?
Hello.
Oh, that's just because Nemcraft is loud. He's a noisy man. I've got him at 200% volume on Discord. That should be better. He means you by the other one. Yeah, you and I both are people that swap between phones and actual computers a lot. So we gotta adjust each other's volume a lot.
See, I never adjust anyone's volumes. I just have everyone always at 200%.
He's still loud.
I learned the American way. Okay.
It's always so difficult for me to audio balance this shit. I can't take no more. Can't take this shit. And now I'm too loud because now I've put the microphone too close to me. So now if I say shit, it goes into the red. Alright, but yeah, here's a review of what Lake Texcoco looks at game start, at least theoretically. See if they adjust it. But I guess okay, that's just that's like the what they show when there's like stone resource in a province, I think. I don't know. I've seen some indications before that when places have a resource, there's like a whoa. Okay, that's silver. Okay. So that's what silver looks like when it's on the map. Is you'll see these gray rocks here and there. Okay. It's good for readability, I think, that it shows up on the map like that, though it doesn't look like there's any indication for like corn. So not everything shows up. But peace, justice, and the American way. Such a thin impassable. Sheesh. All of these are honestly really small tiles. Makes me feel less bad for how small my tiles are. What is
I
that?
was just confused on how they're going to depict it because the city's supposed to be on the lake, yet it kind of looks like it's next to the lake.
So that's what gems looks like, and that's what cotton looks like on the. Okay.
Oh,
But
wait,
yeah,
they have the resources on the map? I
Some
didn't
of them,
realize.
some of them seem to show up. Yeah, because silver looks like this. I've seen a couple of gameplay videos where they were very visible. So that's what silver looks like on the map. And then you can see some of the cotton, presumably there, because that's the tile that has cotton, and then that must be what gems show up as, which is weird because it looks like jade. And theoretically, and it's supposed to be representative of obsidian. Oh! Joff really does have hair on the back of his head. Oh no! Quick, hat! Where's a hat? Not the security one.
Okay, yeah, the only hat I can see is your security one.
Woman, give me a fish hat out of the pile.
I can't believe this. I've been
Please.
lied to and deceived all this time.
Please, woman, fetch me
I
hat.
thought you really were bald completely. Yes, Sarah, he's an imposter.
Why is it ugly?
But now he finally showed us the ugly truth.
Purple. What matches with purple? The orange matches good with purple. Fine. We're going dark gray with this one. The Balt Emperor.
Truth is out there. You can't hide it.
Minor spelling mistake.
I will find my fucking Monica wig and put it on you.
Good. I would wear it.
You'd be Monica?
Yeah, I'd
Joffrey,
wear
you
the
look up
Monica
what
wig
is
on the stream
settled.
if you had it.
But wait, Joffrey, what is a settled country thing again?
Oh, like
Can you
this?
go back up a little?
So, because there's different. Settled country is just a type of country because there's societies of pops, settled countries, um, army-based countries, and building-based countries. Also, technically, navy-based countries. So there's like 5 different types of countries. Settled countries means like it also includes tribes. Tribal countries count as settled countries. So the Iroquois, Cahokia, those are settled countries.
I see.
Don't think they show a government type map out here. Damn, Nahuatl's big. Oh, that's a language, a court language. Where was the religion here?
I mean, it would be along the same lines. Just go back down again.
Nahua culture. Religion's before culture, right? No.
No. Are you sure? Because I'm pretty
Language.
sure it would be down
There,
below culture.
You're right. You're right. Damn, there's a lot less tonalist than I thought. Also, there's some Nahua back behind the Mayan faiths too. Maya's
I
over
mean,
there.
there's Mayans below the Nahua. Look up.
Uh-huh.
I think the idea is that one used to be a lot more common, and then the other has just shown up. So it's, they used to be a lot more Mayan.
Real ones get rid of all of the Nahua, conquer the Nahua with Mayan or Chichimecha. Also tonalist because I think can we see it in this image? Yeah, there's the red country there. The red country there is like the current major power of the region, I think. Stop. Yeah, that's
I'm
the
going to take
Wait, there's
you
more
towards
detailed maps
this.
in the spoilers, Joffrey?
yeah. Yeah. This was the Perhepechiro Cheerio. Also Kalima. The state, the state of Kalima. This is, shame Eden's busy.
I love Zach, Cut, Tel, Tala, and Tem.
All the abbreviated names, yeah. I mean, you've got 10 for yeah, Tenochtitlan. Anyway, let's actually continue along. I want to figure out. I want to see who they're the vassal of. I assume they'll show us on a map. Maybe not though. That's
Well, if we
Tenochtitlan.
scroll down, maybe we'll find out.
Maybe. The first screenshot is the most zoomed in map that we've ever shared with you. A very difficult area from a geographical point of view. Therefore, please consider work in progress. Yes. I don't know how they would represent Tenochtitlan as being in the lake. I don't think they'll be able to, but it would be nice. Mexico, difficult area to expand into. Yes. Nahua countries start with unique government reform. The Altapetal. Yeah, I wanted to see this as we talked about the religion the other day. The nudges towards expanding through subjects. Yes, vassal swarm. Mandala maxing. And also slave raiding, which is also linked to Nahua ritualism. The mechanics of sacrificing slaves that we saw last Wednesday. So, yes. Crown, just the one government reform, but that's the one that's being discussed here. Damn, these are some names. Whew. I am not going to try saying any of these. I'm honestly just glad that they don't, like, I should be thankful they don't have a unique localization for Crown at this point. Actually, now that I think about it, is there no unique localization for, like, a republic? Does it still say crown when you're a republic? For, like, the government? Because that would be strange. Oh, it looks like they have armed peasantry, I think. Is it that might mean with the spears?
They do? Yeah.
Maybe. because they've got the spear, this thing with a bunch of spears. Also, the burghers have nothing. The burghers have no privileges. They have just as much power as the peasantry.
Oh, well,
Damn.
that part I'm not too surprised about, considering there's a religious elite that have most of the power in the country.
What is their? Yeah, the priests have 20% power, almost as much as the nobles.
I'm
So
expecting to have way more. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, to be fair, I would kind of expect the priests to be more powerful than the nobles in Aztec society because they
Considering the fact that if you're under religion, if you have too much doom, your rulers just get killed. I'm assuming the priests are the ones that kill them.
the priests are capable of just yeah executing random nobles because they're good sacrifice. Yeah. Ultimate. What? So they say encourages expanding through vassals. Disallows taking land in peace treaties. Sounds a little more extreme than that. How the hell do you expand your own land as Tenochtitlan then? What the hell? Raid enemies for slaves. You're gonna play Omega Tall. Okay, here I was talking about like, oh, this doesn't sound like I would actually like to play. I want to play one of the other. I want to play like the Mayans or something. But then I see this and it's like, oh, this is exactly me. This is the Joff Man strategy. Play Omega Tall in one tile and then expand through vassals through the rest of it. Progress towards centralization. Raid enemies for slaves. Because this is all great for helping you become a taller country yourself. Because raiding for slaves, it means you yoink a bunch of slave pops back to your city, which increases the amount of pops in your tile. Centralization is much better for having a single, very small core. And then diplo capacity is good for having extra vassals. And maybe you'd be able to, because if you can't expand by demanding land and peace treaties, you could probably still annex your vassals diplomatically. So as you're expanding, if you could theoretically just make Lake Texcoco this very strong core by vassalizing all those people and then annexing the ones in that area as you when you want to actually expand your own direct holdings. An approximation of a city-state, the Altopetal is divided into smaller administrative districts called Kalpoli, led by a dynastic ruler. It exudes influence to its surrounding domain and conducts diplomacy with nearby Altopetals as a sovereign entity. Yeah, this is a mandala system. Missed the stream yesterday, so gonna drop this comment now. Can't believe Doom is still a mechanic. What's wrong with it, Vector? Vector, what's wrong? What's wrong with Doom?
To be fair, Doom, unlike other mechanics, feels very gamey.
Hmm.
Like, I don't think it's a bad thing, but I can see why people may not like it because we remember how everyone was joking about making the entire country do yoga. Like, this is like that, but like on a much larger scale. And like Vector was saying,
Do you mean to imply, Vector, by no base in actual Mesoamerican beliefs, do you mean to say that the Aztecs did not, in fact, sacrifice their rulers to make sure that the world did not end, if they didn't have enough sacrifices done? Because that's at least the common knowledge of them. Maybe it's not true. But as far as I understand, that is the way that they worked. That they used sacrificing the ruling family. Well, I thought it was just the ruler, as a break in case of glass thing, where if you can't sacrifice the required number of captives, then just sacrifice the ruler and you'll be good. Now, from the standpoint of how infuriating it is to play, it looks a lot better here. It looks like something I'd actually enjoy playing with. To my knowledge, the rulers were never sacrificed or overthrown. Foreign rulers, yes, but never their own. Well, I do believe you can sacrifice your vassals' rulers. Well, I'm sure you know more than me about the subject, so. Vector's overtaking the number 2 spot. Yeah, Nem fake fan. Nem is fake fan. You have lost XP for some reason. I don't know, man. This is weird. It's a weird system. Really good comment in the dev diary that lists the complaints on a historical basis even more extensively than you knew it. Well, when I looked at it, there wasn't as many comments. So, you mean this one or the other one? Because there wasn't that many comments on the Wednesday one when I looked at it. But let me actually read what I've scrolled down to on the screen. So you have unique privileges. So is this, yeah, clergy and, actually one for the burghers, even though the burghers have, like, no power. Yes, please do link it, yeah. Separatism goes down. That is a modifier that has never been shown. They have never talked about separatism, other than the fact that places that you have not turned into a core will always have some separatism. But warrior tribunal, yeah, more spiritualism progress. Clergy, yeah, influence goes up, of course, of course. A jurisprudent framework across the land that is imbued with legal authority to pass judgment on a variety of crimes. Yes, the warrior tribunal. Ceremonial tax exemptions. The preparation of tribute, sacrifices, and festivities is a great honor for our merchants, and in exchange for this responsibility they shall be exempt from regular taxation. Very wholesome, yes. And this decreases your doom at the cost of max tax for the burghers. Okay. I wonder if this is a scaling modifier or not. And attached to the Nahua ritualism is a unique building which has 2 unique units. The infamous Jaguar and Eagle warriors. Okay. So the warrior temple. I don't know what these symbols mean here. For the square and star fort shaped looking thing. Is it some sort of fortification? It's not a fortification. But you get manpower from them. So, that's nice. Nemcraft launching Hearts of Iron. All you need for production methods, just a little bit of a weaponry. So that's actually very nice because you need to build it with masonry and lumber, but upkeeping this will be pretty easy as long as you've got some access to gems. He's gotta go. He's gotta go and play Hearts of Iron at the same time. Okay, oh jeez. Find him, Griff. Go. Jeez. What the hell? Client challenge. And then there was one. The Jofster by himself as Nemcraft left to play Hearts of Iron, which means he's not going to be around to do any Minecraft testing later. God damn you, Nemcraft! I will get him. Oh, shit. Okay, seriously, Doom is back. Oh, it's Lord Thanatos. Okay, well, if it's Lord Thanatos, Vector, yeah, at this point, I don't even need to read it to know that it's legit, because this man is the GOAT. I don't know what the hell is this man does in his spare time or for his job, but he just knows so much. He is a mungus smart individual. Oh, I thought I heard something, yeah. Okay, but let me actually read it. Alright. Why, when it has no links to real Nahua religion, do you insist on bringing back the most inaccurate aspect of EU4? Where do you get the idea that people rose and sacrificed their rulers? Most sacrifices were prisoners of war and were not to placate angry gods, but to return the divine energy in a person's heart to their Teolia, to the sun, and keep it. The god Tonatu shining. This is because the Nahua. So okay, yeah. That's yeah. It's easy to forget that there's the stereotype of Aztecs is like thinking that the gods are angry and they're going to destroy the world, but it's actually that the sun is the god, and you need to empower the sun god because every night the sun god has to fight against the dark. So if you don't sacrifice enough, the idea is that the sun won't be able to win. It's not that they're appeasing anyone. It's that they're empowering their virtuous god to win its battle every day. Um, this is yeah. The world has ended 4 previous times and is now in the fifth age. Yeah, this is. I remember this is what Goat and I had talked about with our when trying to cook up our own Aztec inspired people. The day of the world is marked as being every 52 years at the intersections of their solar and ritual calendars. This is the day of the largest ritual observance, the new fire ceremony. I can see a mechanic for mass unrest if you don't contribute enough for the new fire ceremony, but that sacrifice is not only composed of captured prisoners, but also food, drink, and other goods. There might also be goods given to the rain or harvest for your ancestors' favor. Where's all the stuff that actually feels like authentic Mesoamerican religion? Where's the practice of stealing defeated groups' gods for your pantheon, or the effigies of gods brought for rituals and to war, where they might be captured? Where are the god impersonation rituals? Where is the new fire festival that you're actually adultering with the doom mechanic? The human sacrifice is also far more fascinating than you're making it out to be. Sure, some sacrifices were nobodies, but others were dressed as and treated as gods for a year before sacrifice, and I don't mean that as a metaphor. They're actually seen as a living god. I knew that this was a thing, but I didn't think that this was like a slave thing. I thought that this was something where you would take a noble's son. You would take like the child of someone from the nobility, and then you would decide that because their blood is the more pure than and they're I don't remember why it's a child, but it was always someone who was not child
It,
either.
it
It was
wouldn't
like a young
even
adult.
it wouldn't even necessarily be and this was also done by the Incas as well, I believe, um,
Yeah.
for their moon and sun gods. It wouldn't even be necessarily the state picking out somebody. I mean, some noble families would offer their children, or somebody would offer themselves for this role because it
Yeah.
was seen as a very important religious duty and
hmm
a role of honor and prestige. And I mean, you live like a king for the year before your death, so.
It's it's honestly amazing how many you take such a large area that's so difficult to traverse as the like Central America down through the Andes, and it's honestly amazing how many traditions they have that are similar. It's like how does that even happen? I don't know, but that sort of thing is fascinating to me to think that you go all the way from the Aztecs in northern Central the north part of where the Mesoamerican civilizations are around, and then you go all the way down to the Andes, and you still have this idea of worshiping the sun and sacrificing to it, and the treating people like gods for a year thing. Don't remember if it's always a year for all of them, but even the Mayans do some of this. I don't think they do the treating that they. I don't think they do the fancying them up though. But they do have the sacrificing people of noble blood. But at any rate, hopefully that stuff just wasn't talked about because this is by far the least accurate religious setup so far, and I don't even think it looks nearly as fun as it could be. This is a fascinating religious group, and you're just representing the pop religious aspects. Armies literally stealing the gods of the defeated foes and putting them in their own temples is is metal and entirely real, but you focus instead on the apocalypto level representations instead. P.S. The religion practiced by the Maya should be called Maya ritualism, not Mayan ritualism. Mayan is the name of the language. Maya is the adjective and demonym. He just knows. He just knows so much. It's whack. I don't understand how he knows this much. I remember there was another thing. I don't remember what it was specifically, but there was something where I read a post of his and I went on a huge rant about it. I'm probably gonna like put this aside for now and come back to this and just make another unscripted rant just talking about the Nahua religion later. Maybe not
It
today.
deserves one because, yeah, this. I normally am pretty chill with a lot of Tinto's more questionable decisions, but I was legitimately annoyed to see that Doom was back.
I don't get notified on Discord when you message me while I'm streaming.
That's what it should be.
Oh, you're sending me a picture. Oh.
I sent it to you and I was like, wait.
Yeah.
I have his phone.
Yeah, I've got streamer mode
Well,
on,
I
so
was like,
and stuff. Yeah.
oh, I have his phone. He's not going to get it.
But
Since your TV's making that weird sound, I can't play a game.
you could. I don't have an issue with that.
Your TV's going to keep making that sound, isn't it?
Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I'm sure it'll be fine. Even if it does, it's not as bad as I'm making it sound. Worst case scenario, I put on some headphones. Alright, Jaguar and Eagle Warriors. What is the difference between these two? Because this is something I've really wanted to I really wanted to see more of. Is understanding like reasoning for differences between units. So I really hope that there and no, it doesn't look like there's any difference. Fuck! They look the
Yeah, their
exact
stats
same.
are literally identical.
Why?
I have no idea what the difference is supposed to be.
Why the hell are they the same? I was so excited. Like, this is perfect. We're gonna see a case where there's gonna be two different units and they'll have slightly different stats, and that'll be so neat. I can't wait to see. You know, one of them will be faster. Maybe the Jaguar warrior will have more combat power, and the Eagle warrior will like have more speed or initiative or something. Oh, who knows? This is gonna be so neat. But no.
It's gone.
Yeah, I know.
What was that?
It's the Geiger counter. The toxicity has gone away. It's alright. You know, that is, it's just, yeah. So it's just, oh.
Be nice to me.
Nope. You gave me a hat and said that the other hat was disgusting and ugly.
And
so
I also brought
yeah.
you lasagna.
You did bring me lasagna, but I'm too busy to eat it. So it's gonna be cold. It's not cold yet somehow, actually.
My mom like just made it as I was leaving. Like she just
Some
pulled it out of the oven. I didn't get any.
What is a sumptuary law? I've heard that term before.
Like, I think my mom might like you more than she likes me. Didn't make me eat lasagna.
Regulations designed to limit or control personal expenditures, particularly on clothing, food, other items, often based on societal status or moral grounds. Provide extravagance and maintain social hierarchies, dedicating where people could wear and consume. Oh. Oh. And this is like, because sumptuary laws are more of a like, they're not like an explicit thing as much throughout most of history in Europe, but it's more of a convention. But I guess the idea here is that for the Aztecs, it's an explicit thing. Clothing structure Nahua society since the type
Yeah, so like restrictions on alcohol is a type of sumptuary law, for example. Essentially, it's restricting luxuries and the consumption of luxuries.
Ah, so like only certain people could have certain types of alcohol is the idea?
That or nobody could. I mean, prohibition is a sort of sumptuary law.
Hmm, I didn't know that. But
It's not a very commonly used term in this day and age.
I suppose. But so if you have warrior culture, it makes the peasants less happy, but you get extra discipline and aristocracy. I don't know if you want that or not, but maybe early game that's going to be good. But the discipline, definitely. Every male in our society is expected to take up arms in times of war, and the success of our state has always depended on our brave warriors. Yeah. It's a law restricting everything from how our subjects dress to what they may buy in the markets and what ornaments they use. And then tradition. Tradition just is the tradition of the past is our guideline. Okay. Okay. I see. Huh. I wonder which one is the one you're supposed to take. Huh. The one with a huge amount of flavor text? And the one that makes you give you more discipline and you know, or the one that has barely any text and just gives you a little bit more peasant satisfaction.
Well, I think that one translates into basically, we'll just let social custom dictate. The government is not going to mandate any sumptuary laws. So that's why it gives progress to free subjects, because you're essentially allowing society to self-regulate on that front.
Meanwhile, warrior culture is big, big stratification and discipline. So discipline, equal parts because you're making it well. It's more discipline because on one hand you are rigidly or organizing your society, as well as it's very explicit when you see the soldiers. They have a uniform design, so helps represent that with the fact that the game has a system for uniformity. So the more discipline you have and the more professional troops you have, the more uniform they will look. Though it is funny to imagine, I suppose if you had an army that is all peasants and those so it's like all levies from the peasants, and they all have a ton of discipline. They would still all look very uniform despite being peasant levies. So they would all be like wearing the exact same like outfit of peasant with like the same peasant weapon. It would all just be the exact same. Yep, regimented, same peasant clothes and pitchfork. At least early game before they get guns, and then even the peasant militia will have uniforms to a degree. And they have a unique admin law for Kalpishke system. Subject income, good, and proximity cost 10%. This is good. This is a good proximity law. Damn. That'll help a lot. The Nahua governance system has evolved from hereditary Tlatoani leaders in provinces to include other officials like directly appointed stewards called Kalpishe and high stewards, dubbed Huikalpishe. These officials manage the provincial tribute system, overseen by Pitel Kalpo. I give up. In the capital. In some cases, military governors and stratocracy. Huh? What? Tlatoani. Quatloatwani are appointed for unruly provinces. Warrior societies, unique advances, yes. Unlocks some buildings. And so this is it's a government building that employs clergy, of course, yeah. Literacy search for nobles goes up, and efficiency of the cabinet and max literacy for nobles in that tile goes up even more. So if you build this in your Yeah, you build this in your capital and you, again, try building it really tall. That'll be very nice. You'll have some very literate nobles, which is unusual. Usually it's, of course, the clergy that you're stacking literacy on. But here, I suppose, if you focus on having a lot of nobles in your capital, you could have a very literate Aztec society and tech max, especially with that efficiency of the cabinet going up too. Very nice. I definitely like this building, and we'll be making it. I still don't know what the symbols here mean, though. The circle, square, and star fort. It's not expensive to build this either. It only needs some arms for its production method too. It's a noble school offering rigorous education in history, religion, warfare, and more. Situated near Tenochtitlan's Great Temple, it plays a key role in training for priesthood. Young commoners are educated in the Telpokali, while potential noble leaders undergo training in the Kalmikak, often by military orders. Well, then this sounds like something that should be providing max literacy for everyone in the tile, and then maybe just a bigger bonus to nobles on top of that. Oh wait, for the country. The whole country gets, yeah, the max literacy for nobles. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how I'd handle that then, but it sounds like it should be giving literacy to the commoners to a degree then at least. But, I mean, that would also be incredibly strong. So, and you don't want the Aztecs being too illiterate, or they'll research all their techs available to them before the Europeans show up, even as the AI. Though it is weird that it just uses arms for its production method. I guess they don't have I don't know what, like, I guess they don't have candles in Central America. I think they use torches primarily, but I wouldn't know for sure. Oh, another building for manpower. Jeez. Okay, the Aztecs are going to have a very professional army, I suppose. Oh boy. Oh boy. But makes sense. Yeah. Temple Kali for military buildings. 2,500 soldiers required to maintain it, but it gives you a ton of manpower. Oh, it's specifically for the capital, though. Makes sense. Reinforcement cost for the whole country. This will be very nice. Age of Renaissance, Chinampas for food production. This is the terracing hills around the lake. Yeah. Ingenious. And in the Age of Discovery, Kalpishkayotl. Oh, subject income 10%. Again, you got to stack that subject income. For subject income 10%. Tributary regions will receive appointed tribute collectors called Kalpishke. Yep. Chart of assuring the flow of tributes is never stopped. In Reformation, Telpokali for monthly army tradition. It's fine. As we face new enemies, new military tactics have to be developed or learned. This invaluable knowledge will be taught in our Telpokali. But and then here we come to the point where the Aztecs aren't on the map anymore. So I guess we've got the return of Quetzalcoatl. No tech for the age of no unique tech for the age of revolutions. I see. Well, the return of Quetzalcoatl. The Quetzalcoatl prophecy unveils a reality beyond myth, a glimpse of truth. Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, will soon return and herald a transformative era, vanquishing darkness for enlightenment, symbolizing cosmic fusion. He will bring matter and spirit, restoring balance, elevating human consciousness. Well, I'm not exactly sure what this is supposed to represent, other than, I guess, new advances are being made, and so the idea is that the return of Quetzalcoatl is represented in a really tangible manner to the Aztec people as their society survives, where they're advancing through technology, and societies being overhauled. But yeah, most of the Aztec content is tied to the religion, but there are some non-generic, non-religious dynamic events. Huh. Alright. So you can create the pyramid when it after some time after being independent and expanding. Oh, well, that's a unique symbol. Are they making dynamic versions of the different estates? Because this is still like the default symbol for nobles, clergy, and stuff. But this looks like it's the same color. It's that white clothing that makes you look at it and think clergy, but it looks more Mesoamerican influenced. So maybe they're making different versions that show up in the UI depending on your on what category you fit into. So that would be interesting. Oh, I missed from Hendrix earlier. Yes, the Aztec cities don't float anymore. I don't think if you're still around. They based on the images, it looks like they've fixed the floating Aztec pyramids. The the Great Pyramid reduces monthly doom as well. Cultural tradition goes up. Pop conversion speed. But that's actually that is useful for when you capture slaves. So you bring slaves to the capital, you'll convert them faster to your religion. Though the fact that you can upgrade the temple is curious. Has a lot of production methods. You do need honey or beeswax, I think it is. So. I guess there are candles. And the foremost architect of the Triple Alliance. You get a character, a historical character. Then she'll question our rule, or our foes will crumble like dust in the wind. And a final boss to deal with? Oh, the big death, the the super cancer supreme. Ah, hmm. A new strange fever has begun to spread in our lands. It is far worse than any disease we've seen before, either, or after the arrival of the Europeans. The fever and the bleeding that comes along with it leads to death in just a few days, and its rapid spread among our people has led to widespread panic in society. The superstitious among us have foretold the displeasure and wrath of the gods. The gods have mercy on us. I'd like to see how you can try and deal with it as the Aztecs, but I guess they're not going to explain that.
You die.
I guess you deal with it by just dying, yeah. You lose. Game over. Cortez spawns as an army-based country and just wipes your country. And much, much more. But that's all for today. Next week we have Tinto Map feedback on Monday, Tinto Talks on Wednesday, and Tinto Flavor on Friday. So, feedback for Indonesia, Tinto Talk about Inti. Woo! And folk religions. What? Folk religions? Okay. And then Friday.
I believe that's kind of their general term for what was kind of the pagan/tribal religions in EU4. You know, so like Native American, various African ones, stuff like that.
So folk religions being the way of categorizing religions that aren't organized?
I guess so, yeah. I don't know. That's just my gut instinct, but I don't know if I've heard that term in EU5's context before.
I don't think I have either, but it would make sense to me if they were if the concept of an unreformed religion was a folk religion in EU5, because in CK3, for example, the way you syncretize with unreformed religions is by taking syncretic folk traditions. So, maybe. But a wish list now. Wish list now. do some skimming of the dev responses as well. Damn, I'm surprised it's only been an hour since I started this. Thought that usually takes longer to get to this point, and I did digress a lot. Into map post. Oh, so it's a bug that the Eagle and Jaguar Warriors are the same. Okay, that's good. Still haven't implemented the IO. Oh, there's an IO. The Triple Alliance is going to be an international organization. That should be interesting. Oh, please note this is an advance for the age of absolutism long after the Aztec Empire was conquered. This is the only instance in which we allow for some alt-historical, more pop history-oriented content, as I've already said in previous Tint of Flavor. So yeah, okay. They're going a little more goofy for the yeah, times when that culture is already gone. Change the separatism modifier to something subject related. Yeah, that's a good call. I didn't even think about that. You can't expand with conquest other than vassalage, so why would you need separatism modifiers? The Aztecs are a challenging start, only recommended for experienced players. Sounds fun. Sounds fun. Spy network construction. I like the little shifty dude with the lavender, not lavender. I don't know. It's a deep purple. It's a deep bluish purple. Trade range. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 16 dynamic historical events. Hmm. As the island only has the capacity for one building, the rest of the city needs to be present in the current position, but we'll give it a try. What? You somehow put the center of the... What does this mean? The island only has capacity for one building. What? Just too tiny. We'd have to wait for EU6 with the map 10 times more detail. I do not understand.
Basically, there's not enough space for the whole city sprawl to be on an island in Lake Mexico.
Oh, the point being that if you put a tile that small, you would only see one building of the on the UI. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I, ah, that's the actual custom loc being changed. Yeah, nice, nice. Alta petal of Tenochtitlan. Tlatoani, Tinoch Mixcoatl.
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 He's mixed up in some weird stuff.
He's mixed up in a lot of coatl. Mm. Nice, nice. New pops, new pop icons for Mesoamerican clergymen. I like that. It's going to be more alt historically than say adding like contact to the Europeans has brought some interesting ideas about our gods. Hmm. Uh, Europeans can start colonizing coastal provinces regardless of those settled countries because they have more great power score. And the Americans can fight back and try to kill the settlers, but it's very challenging. I mean, because especially with the fact that like a lot of those pops are going to be dying due to big sick, it's going to be very easy for Europeans to colonize those settled countries because there's going to be very few pops there to resist it. The Mayans have an IO. That's interesting as well. Everyone needs an IO. You get an IO. You get an IO. Folk religions refers to animism, totemism, fetishism. I was bleed angry as well.
I was right. Yes.
All right. Vector gets a big hand for Vector. He's big smart. Oh. My browser needed to be reloaded. That's weird. Yeah, proximity income and subject tribute. I do really like this. This is going to be so good. And the last one. Huh. High elevation lakes. Talking about some specific 3D work. And with that, I believe we can call this to an end. Just as more people started to join too. All right. Oh, jeez, I need to stretch after that. Weird. All right. And next time I will have to make a short, unscripted video where I rant about the religion because I have now been informed about it not being the best. So, I will thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.